Hello all, welcome to the answer key discussion of today's UPSC prelims examination 2023. This is the C series, okay, this is C booklet. The first question is this: Home Guards are raised under Home Guards Act and rules of the, this is wrong, state governments and the governments of union territory. The role of Home Guard is to serve as an auxiliary force is a right statement. They have raised their battalions in some of the states in the international borders and coastal area. This is a right statement. So two pairs are correct. Two statements are correct. Only two. Answer therefore is B. Go to the next question. Unauthorized wearing of police or military uniform. Both of these are coming under the Official Secret Act. This is section 6 and this is section 7 of Official Secrets Act, and this is wrong. Okay, second is wrong and the third is right. So 1 and 3 are right. Answer is therefore only 2. B is the right answer for the second question. Now go to the next question, third question. North Kivu and Ituri. So they are basically present in which place? They are present in Democratic Republic of Congo, and this is what is war between Armenia and Azerbaijan, Karabakh, and this Kherson, Zaporizhia. They are some of the territories which are occupied by Russia from Ukraine. Okay, so answer therefore is what? D. None of the above is the right answer. Answer therefore is D. Now go to the next question. Israel has established a diplomatic relation with some Arab states. Yes, UAE and Bahrain. They have established, Israel has established diplomatic states with these countries in 2020-21. Arab Peace Initiative, yes, 2002. Okay, so how to find an answer for this question? This is nothing but the old type of question where statement 1 is called assertion, statement 2 is called reason. Normally when you read this, there is a technique which you can employ. Read the assertion statement, then use this word because, and try to read the second statement. Read the first statement, then after that use the word because, then read the second statement. If you are able to get some logical connection, then both are correct explanations. Okay, you can also cross check that statement 2 to statement 1. Read first statement 2, then add this word therefore. If it is logically connecting, then both are correct and one explains the other. So this is a technique which normally we used to teach to the students. When this question was in the form of assertion, reason, instead of assertion they have given statement 1, instead of reason they have given statement 2, that's all. But this is an old type of question which people have panicked when they called after the examination was over. Now read this. First statement you read, Israel has established diplomatic relations with some Arab states. Use because Arab Peace Initiative mediated by Saudi Arabia was signed by Israel and Arab League. Yes or no? Read the second statement. Arab Peace Initiative mediated by Saudi was signed by Israel and Arab League. Therefore, Israel has established diplomatic relations with Arab states. So 1 and 2 are correct statements, and 2 is the correct explanation for the first statement. So our answer is therefore A. Okay. Now go to the next question. Next question is this award, sports awards. Dhyan Chand Award, this is right. Arjuna Award, this is wrong. See, Dhyan Chand Award is this one, and this one. Okay, all the three. This one, first one, third one, and fourth one, all the three are connected to Dhyan Chand Award only. Arjuna Award, it is not for lifetime achievement and all. It is for Dhyan Chand Award, it is lifetime achievement. Dronacharya, yes, Guru, this is right. Okay. Then Rashtriya Khel, this award, Protsahan Puraskar award, is for corporate houses, for NGOs. So this is not for this. And therefore, the first statement is, first pair is correct. The third pair is correct. So only two pairs. B is the right answer. Now next question is sixth question. Olympiad which happened for the first time in Chennai. Yes, Thambi was the official mascot. And you know, third statement, fourth statement, the trophy name has been given Ulta. Okay. So winning team in the open section, their trophy is Hamilton, and trophy for winning team in women's, the name is Veera Menchik Cup. So Ulta they have given, and therefore two statements are correct. Answer is only two. B is the right answer. Go to the next question, seventh question. Donbass. This is southeast Ukraine. Okay, Kachin, Burma, that is Myanmar. And Tigray is what? Ethiopia. Tigray is Ethiopia. So what is the answer? None is the answer. None is the answer. Now next go to this. In recent years, Chad, Guinea, Mali, Sudan, actually speaking, they are all coups. They are all coups. But my question is, are they successful? But given the choice, you have to select this only, right? And sometimes this also may be correct, except Guinea, other things are southward expansion of Sahara Desert only. So this is the compulsion which you have to choose. D is the answer given the choices. G20, 10th question, booklets C. G20, yes, 19 countries plus European Union, initially by finance ministers and central bank governors, yes. Digital public infrastructure, yes. Both are correct. Both are correct. So answer therefore is both are correct. 1 and 2. Answers therefore is C. Now come to this national flag, 14th question. See, one of the standard size of national flag, I tell you that this size is not mentioned in the official statements. Even though this forms 3:2 ratio, this one forms 3:2 ratio, but the given dimensions are 150 into 100, 450 into 150, 225 into 150, like that only they have given, right? 450 into, not 150, 450 into 300. So these are some of the dimensions given in the official document. This is not there, dimension given in the official document, even though the ratio is 3:2. So statement 2 is correct. Answer therefore is, statement 1 is incorrect, statement 2 is correct. Answer therefore is D for this question. 15th question. Only by careful reading we will be able to find out the right answer, even though this question is a very simple question. Constitution Day, yes, 26th of November every year, we know that. But the question is 26th of November 1949 is not the date of setting up of the drafting committee. It was the date on which Constitution was enacted and adopted. Setting up date was August 1947. Setting up of drafting committee is August 1947. So setting up is wrong. Answer therefore is 1. Answer therefore is 1. So the first statement is correct. The second statement is wrong. First statement is correct. Second statement is wrong. Answer therefore is C. Now go to the 16th question. 16th question. Switzerland is one of the leading exporters of gold in terms of value, but it is the 7th largest, not the second largest. First is US, second is Germany, third is Italy. So the statement 2 is wrong. Statement 1 is right. Statement 2 is wrong. So answer therefore is C. Next, USA and European Union have launched this Trade and Technology Council. Yes. This is transatlantic cooperation between these two. Transatlantic cooperation. Second statement is telling very specifically technical progress is okay, but physical productivity under their control is not that so specifically they have given in the official document. So this should be not correct, and therefore first statement is the correct answer. Answer therefore is the first statement is correct, second statement is incorrect. C is the right answer. 19th question, Stability and Growth Pact of European Union. Don't spend beyond your means. Simple. This means don't spend beyond your means. Right. So that is what is the answer for this. 1 is the correct answer. Answer is therefore A, 1 only. Now go to the 20th question. All countries of UN. This is wrong. 164 countries only. Okay, objectives are binding, non-binding. GCM addresses internal, no, international migration. Internal migration is not there. None of the above is the right answer for this question number 20. Go to 25th question. India's public sector healthcare system focuses on curative care with public sector health system largely focuses on curative care. Actually speaking, this curative care is given by the private sector, not by the public sector. Whereas the second statement is right. India's decentralized approach, states are primarily responsible for health service organizations. Yes. So answer is second statement is right, first statement is wrong. So D is the right answer for 25th question. Go to 27th question. According to Constitution of India, central government has a duty to protect the state. Yes, that is what is Article 355. Constitution of India exempts. Is there anything present in Article 22? Nothing like that. According to POTA Act, so here you should know about Section 25 of Indian Evidence Act 1872 and Section 32 of POTA Act 2002. So here, if you are giving any confession before the police officer, it is not admissible. But here, if you give confession to a police official who is of the rank SP and above, it is admissible. It is admissible. So cannot be used as wrong. You have to give confession to a police officer who is above SP and above. Okay. So this is 1 only is the right statement. Answer therefore is A for this question 27. Now go to which country is following by civil strife for a very long period of time. Everybody know it is Somalia. Then go to 30th question. Nominated people don't participate in the president's election. Higher the number of assembly seats, higher is the value of vote. Yes. If you go to the second statement, I'll explain the second statement. UP MLAs are 400 and how many MLAs are there in UP? 403 MLAs are there in UP. In UP, we have 403 MLAs. In UP, you have 403 MLAs. Okay, therefore, value of each MLA is 208. If you go to Sikkim, the total number of MLAs are 32. So, value of Sikkim MLA is only 7. Okay. So, second statement is a right statement. Madhya Pradesh value is 131. Kerala is 152. 152 it is. So, value of vote of Madhya Pradesh is 131, whereas Kerala is 152. This is wrong statement. Value of vote of each MLA of Puducherry is higher than Arunachal because, yes, definitely, Arunachal, it is 6, 8, sorry 8, whereas for Puducherry it is 16. The value of MLA vote is 16 in Puducherry, whereas in Arunachal Pradesh it is only 8. So this is also right. Answer therefore is Bombay, 2 only, B. Now which countries are land border with Ukraine? You just see the map, right? So Romania is there, Hungary is there. Go back. Romania and Hungary, 2. Only 2. A is the right answer. Only 2. Okay. Then go to this question number 41. 41. All these statements are correct statements. D is the right answer for this 41st question about Janani Suraksha Yojana. Then 60, a very easy question. Okay. So this is the answer. Simple question it is. Charter Act 1833. Then go to due process of law. Okay. What do you mean by due process? Menaka Gandhi case. Due process means fairness. Due process means fairness. Simple. Due process means fairness. Where the word fair is present. Fair application of law. No arbitrariness. Fair application of law. Due process means fairness. Supreme Court of India said in Menaka Gandhi case. So answer is this. 61st question. Now go to 62nd question. Okay. In India, prisons are managed by state government. Yes or no? Prisons are managed by the state government only. It is there in the item number 4, list 2. Okay. In India, prisons are governed by Prison Act, which expressly kept the subject of prison in the control of provincial government. Exactly. See, in this Prison Act 1894, if you see the definition in section 3 of this Prison Act, it says prison means jail as notified by the state government. Okay. Prison means jail as notified by the state government. So, now read, I told one technique, no, read the first statement followed by because, read the second statement, or cross check, read the second statement, therefore you use as a link word to read the first statement. I'll read the first statement. Prisons are managed by state government. Yes, because this act says prison comes under the state. Yes, exactly. Answer is coming or not. So, both statement 1 and 2 are correct, and 2 is the correct explanation for statement 1. A is the right answer for 62nd question. Constitution, 63rd question. So this is, if you read the NCERT book, it says 3 basic functions for the constitution. 1 is that coordination of people who are otherwise diversified. 2 is formation of government. 3 is limits the power of the government. Okay. Now, what should be the answer? Government formation is there, limiting the power of the government is also there. So we have to choose between B and C. It says chief purpose. Chief purpose. I go by the mind of UPSC. Many a times UPSC has asked this question on limited government concept. Limited government concept. Constitution limiting the power of the government. So that is the main theme which has been repeatedly asked in 3-4 question papers in the previous years. So I would suggest that it should be this only, because when you write something, it will, constrain you. When you put it on the paper, it will constrain you. Understand this. Written constitution constraining you because it was put on writing. Okay. So this would be the right answer because this question was asked many times. 63. Then go to 64. Judicial review, blanket judicial review or judicial immunity. Blanket judicial immunity was provided by Article 31B, which was inserted by First Amendment Act no judicial review. Okay, this was struck down by Supreme Court in the later cases, which you know. So, First Amendment Act 31B. National Commission for Backward Classes, yes, it is constitutional body under 102nd Amendment Act. Human Rights Commission is statutory body, and this is executive body, and this is also statutory body. So, which is constitutional body? One only is the constitutional body. So, 65A is the right answer. Go to 66. Election of the president is declared void by Supreme Court. Okay, all the acts which has been done, will it become invalid? It will become valid. Read Article 71 Clause 4 or Clause 2. Read Article 71 Clause 2. It is valid, not invalid. Read Article 71 Clause 4. Right? Cannot be postponed. Even when there is a vacancy in the electoral college, it cannot be postponed. Okay. When bill is presented, whether any time limit is given, no. So none. D is the right answer for this question. Go to the 67th question. When Lok Sabha transmits finance bill, it can, yes. When Lok Sabha transmits money bill, it can only make a recommendation. Yes. In case of disagreement, no joint sitting in case of money bill, where a joint sitting is there in the finance bill. So all the three statements are correct statement. Very simple question. Now, 69th question. Within the state, notification of schedule area done by presidential order. Largest administrative unit is district and smallest is the block. Yes. Chief Minister, this is wrong. Governor will send the report to the president. That's all. Okay. This is wrong. So answer is 2 pair. Only 2. 2 statements are correct statements. Right. 69th question. Answer therefore is B. Supreme Court of India has held some judgments that reservation made under 16 clause 4 would be limited by, yes, definitely. Many times you have read this, which came in the current affairs with respect to the EWS reservation and all. 335, is it defining the term? Defining the term, no definition of efficiency of administration mentioned in Article 335. So 1 is right. 1 only is right. Answer therefore is C. 1 is right, 2 is wrong. So this one, that S3I is affordable housing. No, this is not there. Healthcare is there. Renewable energy is there. So only 3C is the right answer. Okay. Now I have told you that these are the answers from our end. We have also given the PDF explanatory answer for this discussion. Don't worry about your performance in the examination. Keep working for your main examination, and the senior faculty, Mr. Suresh Kumar, will be continuing with the discussion. Thank you.
Very good evening, friends. I hope, despite the difficulty level has been notched up in this examination, I hope you guys have done your best. And to help with your further preparation, here we are providing the answer key explanation for question set C for the environment and science and technology based questions. So without much further ado, let's get into the discussion. Question number 9, green hydrogen, the use of green hydrogen to which of the following heavy industries? Green hydrogen can be used to make ammonia, and using ammonia, fertilizers can be generated. So that is correct. And green hydrogen is also widely used in oil refineries for value added products. That is also correct. And yes, in steel industry also, there is a special steel which has been recently in the news called as green steel by using green hydrogen. So all the three is a correct answer. Question number 9, C, all the three is the right answer. Then question number 29, biodiversity management committees, and this is a statutory body formed under Biological Diversity Act 2002, BD Act 2002, and under the act, the main purpose of the biodiversity management committee is the preservation, sustainable use, and the creation of a public register of the local biodiversity. And why they create the local biodiversity? By creating that, they enable to provide access to the local biodiversity to the willing partners. So by enhancing access to the biodiversity, they are in fact bring a realization of the Nagoya Protocol. Nagoya Protocol is in fact a supplementary protocol on the biodiversity convention on biological diversity. So first statement is precisely very correct. Second, the Biodiversity Management Committee have important functions in determining access and benefit sharing, correct? Including the power to levy collection fees. This also is a power granted to the body, BMC, under Biological Diversity Act. So, second is also correct. The correct answer is C, both 1 and 2. Question number 33. Question number 33. The soil in tropical rainforest rich in nutrients. No, this is wrong. It is poor in nutrients because of high rainfall and the temperature. There is a rapid rate of nutrient cycle. About in the few years back, there was a question about this. In tropical rainforest, the nutrient content in the soil is poor. It is not rich. So this is wrong. And statement 2, the high temperature and moisture of a tropical rainforest cause dead organic matter in the soil to decompose quicker. Yes, the decomposition rate depends upon the temperature and the moisture. When it increases, decomposition also increases. So this is correct. So 1 is wrong, 2 is correct. The correct answer is D. Question number 36. With reference to coal-based thermal power plants in India, consider the following statements. And nearly, in terms of coal-fired power plants, it is considered to be one of the most water-intensive industry. 70% of industrial water consumption is taken by coal-fired power plants alone. So when their coal-fired power plants are in operation, there is a greater water stress created in the region. It is in that context this question was asked. None of them uses seawater. No. The coastal, the power plants which are located on the coastal states are primarily meant to use seawater. To give an example, Mundra power plant, it is operated by Adani Power. It is located in Gulf of Kutch, Gujarat. It uses seawater. So, by using this one fact, we can say that none of them is privately owned. Wrong. There are called as captive power plants which can be owned by private industries. And there is also Adani Power has a greater presence in the coal-fired power plants. So 3 is wrong. None of them uses seawater also becomes wrong. That is also wrong. And the second one, none of them is set up in water stressed district. That is very wrong. In fact, about 60% of coal-fired power plants are located in water-stressed districts, according to a report published by Center for Science and Environment (CSC) in 2021. So this is also wrong, and therefore none of them is correct. D is the right answer. Question number 37: Wolbachia method. Wolbachia is a name of a bacteria that is known to infect Aedes aegypti mosquito. Aedes aegypti mosquito is a carrier of dengue fever, West Nile virus, etc. So when the virus, when this bacteria, Wolbachia bacteria infects the Aedes aegypti mosquito, the viral load is decreased. So that is what called as Wolbachia method. So what is the primary use? Controlling the viral diseases spread by the mosquitoes. 37, A is the answer. Question number 38. Consider the following activities. The question is asking in the relevance of carbon capture and sequestration. First one says spreading finely ground basalt rocks on farmland extensively. Basalt rocks, no, it is primarily alkaline in pH because it contains high concentrations of magnesium and iron oxides. It is alkaline in nature. So by using basalt rocks, one important thing is added. Whenever the rain comes to the soil, the rainwater dissolves the atmospheric carbon dioxide and brings to the soil. Now this process can be enhanced by adding a large amount of finely grounded basalt rock particles because it is alkaline in nature. So that one is precisely correct. And second one, increasing the alkalinity of oceans by adding lime. There is one called as ocean alkalinization, which is one of the approved method for carbon capture and sequestration because alkaline ocean waters is having the higher ability to absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide. That is also correct. And third one, it's about pumping captured carbon dioxide into the subterranean mines. This is called as geological carbon sequestration. Geological carbon sequestration. So 3 is also correct. All the 3. The correct answer for this question 38 is C. Question number 39. Aerial metagenomics. Metagenomics is studying the genomes of large number of organisms simultaneously. That is called as metagenomics. This metagenomics, if it is done in, it can be done in water, it can be done in land, it can also be done in atmosphere. You simply collect atmosphere, whatever the DNA present there, you analyze it. That's called as aerial metagenomics. So aerial metagenomics, collecting DNA samples from air in a habitat at one go. So question number 39, A is the right answer. Question number 40. Question number 40, microsatellite DNA is called as repetitive DNA sequences. Repetitive DNA sequences like this, ATC, 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 keeps repeating like that. That's called as repetitive DNA, and that repetitive DNA is called as microsatellite DNA. Microsatellite DNA is very important forensic tool because how many numbers? 1, 2, 3. This microsatellite is very specific in each individual. So by assessing this, we can understand we can understand and able to construct what is called as phylogenetic tree of an organism. And phylogenetic tree is simply called as family tree. So therefore, evolutionary relationship among various species of fauna animals. So that A is the right answer. Question number 40, A. Question number 42 about anemia Mukt Bharat strategy to fight against anemia among the children and also in certain groups of women. So in that context, what are the interventions proposed? It provides prophylactic calcium supplementation. Whenever anemia comes, what is the main supplementation that is required? Iron. So under this anemia Mukt Bharat, the government plans to provide supplementation of iron and the folic acid, not calcium. So that is wrong. It runs a campaign for delayed cord clamping at the time of childbirth. At the childbirth, the umbilical cord is cut. Usually it is cut immediately. When that happens, lot of blood is bled from the fetus as well as from the mother. But when we delay it, there is a lot of healing that happens, the blood clots, so that the loss during the childbirth is minimized. And with the minimization, anemia is also prevented. So second, yes, it is a workable mechanism against anemia. That is correct. It is one of the interventions suggested under Anemia Mukta Bharat. And periodic deworming to children and adolescents. Adolescents here they are given, see, children, yes, periodic deworming to the children of age group 1 to 9 years. That is correct. But when they say adolescents, what adolescents we are talking about? In the adolescents, it's only the age group between 13 to 19. So this includes women also. And women are eligible under Anemia Mukta Bharat for deworming. So this has to be correct. 3 is also correct. And fourth, non-nutritional causes of anemia in endemic pockets with a special focus on malaria, hemoglobinopathies, and fluorosis. 2, 3, and 4 is correct. 1 is wrong. So therefore, C, only 3 is the right answer for this question. Question number 43. Carbon fibers are used in the manufacture of components used in automobiles and aircrafts. Yes, because it's lightweight but highly durable and stronger. But they cannot be recycled. Wrong. They can be recycled. So 2 is wrong. A, 1 only is the right answer for this question. Question number 44. Car crash using accelerometers. Accelerometers are basically devices that changes a sudden that measures, that analyzes a sudden change in momentum or a sudden change in velocity. If something suddenly moves, or if a moving object, something suddenly coming to stop, accelerators is a perfect sensor for that. So it is used in deployment of airbags during collisions. Yes. Second, it is also used in laptops to avoid the damage to the hard disk when it is undergoing a free fall. That is also correct, because hard drive has very sensitive pen, magnetic pen. When it falls down, the pen nib may get damaged. To avoid that, it gets switched off. And how that switched off? Due to the precise and the clear measurement of accelerometers during the free fall. That is also correct. And third one, the portrait mode and the landscape mode that comes in the mobile phone when we tilt it. That is also due to accelerometers working along with gyroscopes. But you cannot say only gyroscopes, accelerometers plus gyroscope works for that. So 3, we can consider that as a function of accelerometer as well. So for this question, all the 3, C is the right answer. Question number 45, about the role of biofilters in recirculating aquaculture systems. So in the recirculating aquaculture, it is simply growing of crops in close association with fishes. Okay, it's simply called as aquaponics. And in such aquaponics, the primary function of a biofilter, don't precisely look at the word filter, but pay attention to the word biofilter. There is only one intention to use biofilters: to remove ammonia present in fish waste to nitrate. Because fishes, we excrete urea as a nitrogenous waste. Fishes excrete ammonia. Okay, so and ammonia, when it is accumulated, that is toxic to the fishes. So what is the function of the biofilter? To convert ammonia into nitrate. That is the only function. It has nothing to do with filtering of a waste feed or giving phosphorus. It has nothing to do. The correct answer is 2 only, and therefore A, only 1 is the answer. Question 46, about objects in the space and the description. Cepheids are stars of variable luminosity and therefore used as a precise markers in the universe for universal travel. But they are talking about giant cloud of tags, dust and gas in space. Wrongly matched. Nebula is actually the name given to dust which is being permeated in the whole universe. But they are here given as a star. So that is also wrong. Pulsars are neutron stars. Yes, pulsars are pulsating neutron stars, and the neutron stars are formed after the supernova explosion according to the Chandrasekhar limit. So 2 is correct. The correct answer is only 1 is matched. A, only 1 is matched. 47. Question number 47. The country with own satellite navigation system, it has to be a very easy question. Japan is the answer. This is the name of the navigation system they have. So question 47, D is the answer. Question 48, you should pay attention to this question. Ballistic missiles travels like this, and up to this there will be it will be powered by it may be a rocket engine or a jet engine, it doesn't matter, but it is engine powered, and after it reaches the maximum height it undergoes a free fall. But cruise missile is like this, it always goes parallel to the ground, and it is entirely powered by the engine. So when we look at that, see, ballistic missiles are jet propelled at subsonic speeds throughout their flights, while cruise missiles are rocket powered only in the initial phase of the flight. Now this is the crucial part. Cruise missiles are powered not only in the initial phase, through the entire phase. By the simple wording, this becomes wrong. Then Agni 5 is a medium range. No, it is a long range. It is known to have about 7,500 kilometer range. Any missile which is more than 5,500 kilometers is generally called as intercontinental ballistic missiles, which means they are long range, not medium range. So this is also wrong. So both are wrong. Neither one nor two. D is the answer. Question 49, about mercury pollution. Artisanal gold mining is considered to be the largest source of mercury pollution. Artisanal gold mining, yes, so correct. Second, coal-fired power plants are also associated, that is also correct. And third one, mercury, there is nothing called as a safe limit. Okay, up to this, mercury doesn't cause any problem. Beyond that, mercury is a problem. There is nothing called as a safe limit, because for our living processes, mercury is not required, nothing for any processes. So mercury is not needed at all. So it is toxic even in a small amount. If it is more, it is more toxic. So this is correct. So all the three, C is a correct answer. Question number 50, about green hydrogen. Green hydrogen can be used directly as fuel for internal combustion, yes, but pay attention, internal combustion designed specifically for hydrogen fuel, yes, that is correct. And second, it can also be blended with the natural gas, yes, that is also true. And three, it can be used in the hydrogen fuel cell. Either we can use hydrogen directly in engines, or we can use hydrogen as a battery, which in turn can be used to power electric vehicles. That is also true. So all the three is correct. C, all the three is a correct answer. Question 68. About community reserves, and according to Wildlife Protection Act 1972, the chief wildlife warden of the state becomes the governing authority. No, that is not correct. It is once a community reserve is formed, immediately community reserves management committee has to be constituted by the state government for the management of such forests. So this one is wrong. Second, hunting is not allowed in such area. Hunting is not allowed inside national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. But such a provision is not explicitly given for community reserves under the Act. So this has to be wrong. And second, people of such area are allowed to collect non-timber forest produce. Yes, that is also correct. People of such area are allowed traditional agriculture. That is also correct. So for this question, this one is wrong. And hunting is not allowed. That is wrong. And therefore, C is a correct answer. Question number 73. Carbon markets are likely to be one of the most widespread tools in the fight against the climate change. Yes, that is true. Even developing countries like India and China have started adopting carbon markets within their jurisdiction. So that is correct. But the statement 2, carbon market transfer resources from the private sector to the state. No, it is not about transferring resources from one to the other. It is actually an incentivizing mechanism for mitigating climate change related emissions. And those who save the emissions are rewarded, and those who don't are penalized. It has nothing to do with generating revenues for the state. That is wrong. So one only. Statement 1 is correct, but the statement 2 is incorrect. C is the right answer for this. Question number 81. Question number 81. India, despite having uranium deposit, yes, India has uranium deposits in Jharkhand, Bihar, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh. So that is correct. Depends on the coal for most of its electricity production. About 51% of electricity production comes from the coal. So that is correct. Uranium enriched to the extent of at least 60%. No, that is not correct. For the production of electricity, uranium enrichment can be done. Usually it is 4% to be used in reactors, but when the same enrichment goes 20% or above, it is commonly used, it is commonly called as weapon grade. It is used in nuclear weapons. So 4% is reactor grade, 20% or above is referred as weapon grade. So therefore here this is 60. It's not, it's a very damaging and very volatile uranium. So that is wrong. So 1 is correct, 2 is wrong. 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. So C is answer for this question 81. Question 82. Marsupials, also called as pouched mammals. They are exclusively found in Australia, in certain pockets of Africa and as well as Americas, but not in India, correct. Marsupials can thrive only in mountain grassland. That is very true. It is mountain grassland means high altitude grasslands. No, in Australia it is found in dry scrub forests. Like kangaroo. Kangaroo is not found in mountain grasslands. It is found in dry vegetation. So 2 is wrong. 1 is correct, 2 is wrong. C is the right answer for question number 82. Question number 83. Invasive species specialist group belongs to which? Obviously, IUCN. A is the right answer. Question number 84. Lion-tailed monkey, an endemic species of India, but it is a diurnal species, means it is active during the daytime hours. Malabar civet, it is one of a feline species. Feline means cat family. It is seems to be very closer to the cat family. Malabar civet is a nocturnal species. It hunts during the dull hours, the night hours. Sambar deer is called as corpuscular, means they are most active during the twilight hours, which can also be called as nocturnal. Twilight hours means in the morning and the evening, the dull times where it is neither dark, neither daylight. No, they are called as corpuscular, and this is corpuscular, and therefore it is also called as nocturnal. So Sambar deer and Malabar civet. B is the right answer for this question. 84. Question number 85. Which of the following organisms perform waggle dance? So waggle dance is something very well known for honeybees. Waggle dance is how they communicate in which direction the source of honey is located, which is performed by honeybees. C is the right answer for this question. Question 86. Some mushrooms have medicinal properties, yes. Some mushrooms have psychoactive properties called as magic mushrooms, yes. Some mushrooms have insecticidal properties, yes. Some mushrooms have bioluminescent properties. Mostly some, if it all comes, most often it will be correct. So here, all the 4. D is the right answer. Question number 87. About Indian squirrels. They build a nest by making burrows in the ground. No, squirrels make the nest in the, they are called as arbuscular. Arbuscular means they have their, they dwell in the top layers of the trees. So not by burrows in the ground, that is wrong. They build a nest, but in the tree tops. So that is wrong. They store the food materials like nuts and seeds in the ground. Yes, that is true. They are omnivorous. Yes, they usually eat nuts, fruits, but in addition, they also eat insects and even eggs of other animals. So it is omnivorous. 2 and 3. 2 are correct. B. Question number 88. Some microorganisms, they are called as which can with the temperatures above boiling point of water. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Above boiling point of water, there are bacteria which can thrive even up to 122 degrees Celsius. They are called as thermophiles. The second one they are talking about below freezing point. They are called as cryophiles. And there are bacteria that can grow in highly acidic environment. They are called as acidophiles. So we have bacteria for every scenario. And I already told you whenever the sum comes, it has to be correct. So here, all the three is correct. C. Question number 89. Which one of the following makes a tool with a stick? Orangutan. Because tool use is one of the unique characteristics of a primate, which can be shared by even chimpanzees. So even if there is a word chimpanzee comes, it has to be correct. But here, the only primate given here is orangutan. So B, orangutan is the answer. Question number 90. The use of hydrofluorocarbons, HFC. HFC is primarily used as a refrigerant. Okay, so in addition, it is also used as a foam agent, fire retardant. It is even used to make aerosols. But HFC is not used in any way as a lubricant. That is wrong. 1, 2, 3 are correctly matched. Only 3. C is the right answer. So best wishes. I hope this key that we provided with explanation was helpful for furthering your to think about the next stages of your preparation. All the best.
Hi guys, geography questions. Question set C, question number 26. So statement 1 says, according to the United Nations World Water Development Report 2022, India extracts more than a quarter of the world's groundwater withdrawal each year. The statement is 100% correct because we have spoken about this in the class many times, multiple times. India extracts so much of groundwater and it is more than 1/4, and we are trying to solve that using micro irrigation. All these things we spoke, and we also said last year UPSC mains question was about micro irrigation. So this year we could expect something regarding to micro irrigation or groundwater, because groundwater is depleting very fast in India. So we expected this question, it has come. Statement 2 says, India needs to extract more than a quarter of the world's groundwater each year to satisfy the drinking water and sanitation needs of almost 18% of world's population living in its territory. So the second part of the question is just a simple factual geography, economic geography question, also in human geography, that is the percentage of population, 18%. The first part, it is the continuation of the first statement, statement number 1. So second is also correct. So answer is A. So answer is answer is A. Okay. Next question, 32nd question. The question says, with reference to the Earth's atmosphere, which one of the following statement is correct? The total amount of insolation received at the equator is roughly about 10 times of that received at the poles. No. Infrared rays constitute roughly 2/3 of insolation. Now, mostly in incoming radiations at the daytime will be in the higher frequency spectrum. Infrared waves are largely absorbed by water vapor that is concentrated in the lower atmosphere. This is what we simply say as greenhouse effect. So, like carbon dioxide, water vapor is known for absorbing the outgoing or the long wave radiation, that is infrared waves, the very first class in climatology. When we talk about the normal lab set, why the earth heats from down upwards, as altitude increases, temperature decreases, there we say what is the reason? That is because the greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, water vapor particularly absorbs the long wave radiations, particularly the red color radiation. So, answer is C. Next question, 34. So, the first statement says the temperature contrast between continents and the ocean is greater during summer than in winter. So, what do we say? The temperature contrast, it means the difference between two places. So, here they say about continents and oceans is greater during summer than in winter. Yes, because during summer land gets heated. Just land gets heated up much faster, and it's at peak heat like 48 degrees Celsius. Sometimes we are experiencing it at right now. So the difference will be really high. The water temperature will be somewhere around 26 or 27, but land temperature will be 48. The contrast is very high. And the second statement says the specific heat of water is more than that of land surface. Just basic geography, where when we talk about things like monsoon and such things, we say the temperature difference between land and water. We say land gets heated up faster and also cools faster, but water, it gets heated slowly and also it cools down slowly. The reason we know that is because of the specific heat of water is more. It takes more time to get heated. So that's also correct. So answer becomes A. And 35, consider the following statements. In a seismograph, P waves are recorded earlier than S waves. Yes, that is why P waves are called primary waves, because they reach first. They are analogous to sound waves. They travel much faster. We know this. So point 1 is correct. So second point, in P waves, the individual particles vibrate to and fro in the direction of wave propagation. We even gave a clue in our class, remember. In P waves, they vibrate like this. If the wave moves like this, the wave vibrates up and down. And S wave, we said it will look very similar to the letter S, and the vibration will be horizontal as well as vertical. Both types of vibrations will happen. Here they are talking about this horizontal vibration, that is perpendicular to the propagation. The wave moves in this direction, but the vibration happens horizontally. It is perpendicular, of course. So the second point is correct. Okay, so answer is C, both. So coming next question. Next question is directly the 91st question. Okay, consider the following statements. First statement, Jhelum river passes through Wular lake. Yeah, Jhelum river, we know it is nearby to, very near to Kashmir, and the two important very famous lakes there are Dal lake and Wular lake. Surely we know answer 1.1 is correct, no doubt. Second one, Krishna river directly feeds Koleru lake. Here, even by cheat codes, we could have got this answer right, but because mostly when UPSC have this superficial words like directly, all such words, probably they'll be wrong. But here we know Krishna feeds Kollur, of course, but they are the two tributaries of Krishna and not directly the Krishna river. So the lake is fed directly by water from seasonal rivers called as Budameru, and the other one is Tamileru. And both these streams are connected to both Krishna and as well as Godavari. So it is not directly Krishna, but indirectly Krishna, because the rivers are the lake is actually fed by Budameru and Tamileru. So point 2 goes wrong. The third one, meandering of Gantak river forms the Kanwar lake. Yes, actually Kanwar lake is formed as a oxbow lake. We know that. Yes, it is formed as an oxbow lake, but the problem here is it is not Gantak, but it is Burhi Gantak. Burhi means old Gantak, which is actually not as same as the Gantak river. Gantak river and Burhi Gantak, they flow parallel to each other. It is a separate river actually. So only one is correct. So answer comes to A. So the next question is 92. So this one, Kamarajar port, first major port in India, registered as a company. Yes, it is correct. And the next one, Mundra port, largest privately owned port in India. Yes, that is also correct. And third one, actually this is the easiest one. It is there in our 12th standard NCERT books. The largest container port, we know it is the Jawaharlal Nehru port, which is on the exactly on the western coast, but Visakhapatnam port is on the eastern coast. So answer is only 2 pairs. So the next question is 93. 93rd question. Consider the following trees. Jackfruit. Probably we don't need to study this, know this. Mostly jackfruit is found in, particularly people of Tamil Nadu know this very well. Bandrutti palapalam அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். நீலகிரியில பலாப்பழம் விளையும். இல்லைன்னு சொன்னா திண்டுக்கல் சிறுமலை பலாப்பழம்னு சொல்லுவோம். எங்கெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு tropical evergreen forests are found, there we find this jackfruit. We know this very well. So just by knowing that, particularly people of Tamil Nadu very easily will eliminate this. So by this, one is definitely wrong. So Mahua and teak 100% we know it is a deciduous forest. Like Satyamangalam பகுதியில தான் இந்த தேக்கு மரங்கள், அப்புறமேல்ட்டு இந்த சந்தன மரங்கள், இதெல்லாமே ஒரே டைப் ஆஃப் மரங்கள் actually. So teak is 100% correct. Mahua, it is there in our 8th standard NCERT book. Indian geography 11th standard NCERT book. It is just a direct NCERT question. So 2 are correct. So answer is B. So the next question goes to 94. 94, this question, according to me, this is not a very easy question, but it comes from current affair as well, but we can guess this. India has more arable land than China. So what would it be? India has more, this is a current affair question actually. Yes, it is correct. More arable land than China, because it is said that China has one of the lowest arable land proportionately. They have only like 35% of their entire land is arable, only on the eastern side actually. If you see the map, it will be like shaded in green. But from that small region, their food production is much high. They are one of the highest food producers in the world. So from this itself, we can know the other point, that is productivity is very high there. Average productivity per hectare in India agriculture is higher. No, definitely not. Indian agriculture is known to have low productivity. This is again a very basic geography, because we know in India subsistence agriculture is more. Land in this year's current affair was a little bit different one. In the current affair, it was land in India is getting fragmented day by day. Yes, because father has 3 sons, he distributes the land, cuts the land into 3 pieces and gives to his 3 sons. Each son has 2, these sons have 2 sons each. They again distribute the land, so the land is getting fragmented every day. So land is, one person does not have a huge land, and mechanization is very less compared to European countries, where land tracts are very high. One person will have like 5,000 acres or more like that, but in India acreage is lower. So definitely because of that, productivity is also lower here. Mechanization is lesser, and scientific ideas and inventions towards agriculture is also lesser. So third one we surely know is wrong. And the other option, the proportion of irrigated area is more in India as compared to China. Yes, we know, because in India most of the land agriculture, like southern India, western India, these places are irrigated using irrigation. So answer should be one only. So A is the answer. So, but when we compared to China, India's irrigated land is lesser. We know the three gorgeous dam. That's one single example to say China is building more and more dams. This is the conflict between India and China. They are building many dams, and most of the dams are used for irrigation as well. So that is the clue here. Though India's most of agriculture is based on irrigation, but the number of dams built by China are really too high. So from that we can know that 2 is wrong. Answer is A. Next question. $95th question. Okay, this is a direct, just factual question. Answer is B. So this is known for salt pans. It was there in the current affairs as well, but not very unique, or not very like it was not very famous. It's actually a little bit difficult answer actually. So the next one is 96. Ilmenite and rutile, again a factual question. Answer is titanium. They are ores of titanium. Next question. About 3/4 of the world's cobalt, a metal required for the manufacture of batteries, is found. Okay, this one we have in the class discussed like multiple times. Even in current affairs class, geography class, we have discussed this multiple times, saying that how China in the 1980s took all the cobalt reserves from, made sure that they will have all the cobalt reserves from Congo, and Congo gave it for like some 99 years or lease or something. And we spoke about the price change from 1980s to today. The cobalt price has increased 400 times. They knew very well cobalt is so important, so they took care that cobalt belongs to China. So from this discussion we know that definitely it is Congo. So Congo has lot of cobalt, and China is mining that. So this is it is there in the current affairs for the past 2 years. So 97 is C. Next question. Which of the following is a part of the Congo Basin? Congo Basin countries include Cameroon, Central African Republic, and Congo, and Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon. So only one option here, it is Cameroon. Question number 99. Question number 99. Amarkantak hills are at the confluence of Vindhyas and Sahyadris. If we say this is India, approximately, we know like Aravallis will be here, something over here like this, and Vindhyas where it will be somewhere over here, and below that Satpuras, then Ajanta, then Satmala. That is what is there. But here they are talking about Sahyadris. Sahyadris are Western Ghats, which are here. No way they both could link together. So answer is wrong. So second one, Billigiri Rangan Hills constitute the easternmost part of Satpura range. So they mean to say it is somewhere over here in this region. So even if you don't know the answer, how could you have guessed this? How could you have cheated this? Giri, no problem. It is used everywhere from North India, South India. Leave it. But the word Billi and the word Rangan, this could no way be somewhere in North India. Word Rangan, it has to be somewhere in Tamil Nadu or Karnataka or Andhra. These are the three places which can have this word Rangan. So from this you can say it is not there. Actually, it is in the Western Ghats on the borders of Karnataka. This belongs to Karnataka. So 2 is also wrong. Seshasalam hills constitute the southernmost part of Western Ghats. We know the southernmost part of Western Ghats is somewhere over here, and that is Cardamom hills. We know that. So it is not it. And Seshasalam hills, we know very well. We'll know that because it came in this Pushpa movie where this red sandalwood was smuggled and all. It came in the movie. So this is also wrong. So answer is none. And the last question, 100. With reference to India's projects on connectivity, consider the following statements. Actually, this, I would say this is a moderately tough question actually, unless we know the current affairs very well, we have gone across the newspapers properly, it's very difficult to answer this question. Though it is the East-West corridor under Golden Quadrilateral project connects Dibrugarh and Surat. And we know Golden Quadrilateral very well, but the problem is they have asked cities, not states. Surat is correct, of course, Gujarat, but here in Assam, it is Assam, but it is not Dibrugarh, but it is Silchar. So here it is a problem. So this point is wrong. So trilateral highway connects Moreh in Manipur and Chiang Mai in Thailand through Myanmar. Yes, trilateral highway, we know that. Or India, Myanmar, Thailand highway, we call this as that as well. Moreh in Manipur, yes, it is correct. But it is not Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is in Thailand, yes. But the city that this highway connects, it is not Chiang Mai, it is Mysore. It's Mysore. So, but it is through Myanmar as well. But the point is Chiang Mai, it is not Chiang Mai, but it is Mysore. So this point is also wrong. So Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar economic corridor connects Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh with Kunming in China. Actually, it is from not Varanasi, it is Kolkata. Kolkata to starts from Kolkata and it reaches up to Kunming. So answer is none. And that's it, guys. Thank you.
So, hello all. So, we will be discussing the economy questions that appeared in today's question paper. So, as far as GS is concerned, many of you would have had this element of surprise, as the UPSC always does, by introducing a different format of questioning this year. So, overall, if you could ask me on the preliminary understanding of the responses of the aspirants and my own assessment, I can say that this paper was a little bit tough. Okay. So, coming to economy also, there was a change in the pattern of questions, especially usually in the last year, if you could see, there were many questions that you could do by just eliminating the questions. But this year, most of the questions of economy are also statement based questions, which mostly tested your factual knowledge. So, coming to the questions, we are seeing set number C. So, altogether in purely from economics, if you could see, there were around 17 questions. Already 2 has been discussed. One, the Switzerland question, and about sustainable investments of the UNOP. Okay, so these 2 questions have been discussed already by sir. So, excluding that, we are going to have 15 questions that appeared from economy. So, question number 18, statement 1 says India accounts for 3.2% of the global export of goods. This is incorrect. We are hovering around 1.4, 1.7%. Only even during times when we reached the record high of export, we could only manage 1.7. So 3.2 is a very huge number. Even if you were reading the foreign trade policy and the goals of it, you could understand that this is an exaggerated number. So, and also this specifically says that it's in the goods. So this is incorrect. Statement 2. Many local companies and some foreign companies have taken advantage of the PLI scheme. So production linked incentive scheme is a scheme that is given for companies for their incremental sales. Incentives will be given for their incremental sales. So it is open for both foreign as well as local companies. So 2 is correct, 1 is incorrect, and therefore the answer will be D. Question number 18, the answer is D. Question number 21, reference to India, consider the MSMEs. So under the MSME Act in 2020, we changed the classification of MSME by changing the margins or the threshold of both the investments as well as the turnover. Both the investment proportion and the turnover proportion was changed. This is a bit, this cannot be called as current affairs, this should be a static knowledge. So here they have asked a question, and this 15 crore to 25 crore is incorrect. This is 10 to 50. Below 50 crore is what is mentioned. So medium, micro, small and medium. Small is a company which is having an investment up to 10 crores investment in plant. For medium, the answer is 50, and therefore they have tested your factual knowledge again here. So 1 is incorrect. Second, all bank loans to the MSME qualify under the priority sector. See here, the question, the statement says all, but if you could see, if you go and read the PSL guidelines of the RBI, it has just mentioned all loans complying to the above guidelines are to be considered as PSL. And therefore, if you are not reading too much into that statement, if we go one by one and if we go and say about the qualifications, about the threshold limit, about certain prohibitions there, then we can say that this statement is wrong. But here we are not reading too much into the statement. We are just looking at whether the bank loans given to the MSME come under the priority sector, and therefore this is correct. So the tentative key for this question number 21 will be B only. B, that is 2 only. Okay, right. CBDC. So this is a question that we have been speaking of, and we had anticipated that there will be a question from this area as well. So first statement, yes. So both of this have been taken from the concept paper of the RBI regarding CBDC. So first statement, so both are functions or the applications of CBDC. One major application of CBDC is about cross-border payments. They've asked this. So without SWIFT system, without US dollar, we may be able to make foreign payments or global payments. So this is correct. Second, it can be distributed. The answer question here, many of you had a confusion and logically you felt that when CBDC is meant to be just like a normal currency, why should it have an expiry date? But here it says it can be distributed. Yes, programmable CBDC is there. We can program it in whatever ways we want. For example, CBDC not only is going to give you money, it is also it can also help in the government giving out its welfare components by providing an expiry date for that. So that was also explicitly mentioned in the concept note of the RBI, and therefore this statement is also correct. We can program it to be a time-bound currency. Okay, so 1 is correct, 2 is correct. The answer is both 1 and 2. So question number 23, in the context of finance, the term beta. This is a very hard question. Only those who are involved in this in capital markets, they would be able to know this, and therefore don't worry if you have gone wrong in this statement. Okay, so this, the answer for this is D. This is a value which checks the volatility of a stock. The beta number of a stock value represents its volatility compared to the capital market, and therefore the answer for beta is D. Question number 23. 24. See, most of the statements here you had no chance of eliminating, and therefore you had to know all. So that was the trickiest part of this year's question paper. So 1, the self-help group was originally initiated by SBI is incorrect. Okay, It originated in the form of seva, and then it took the shape of a formal shape in 1992 after the NABARD introduced it. The NABARD introduced the self-help group linkage program, SHG linkage program, and therefore in both accounts, whether they are mentioning about the SEVA or the NABARD, in both accounts, this statement is incorrect. So 2 and 3 is quite likely a very general statement. 2 is correct, 3 is also correct. So all members take responsibility for an individual in a SHG group. RRBs and scheduled commercial banks, of course, help in the nurturing of self-help groups. The answer will be only 2. 25. So this is also a statement that you can find in your 11th standard book also. In your 11th standard, they have meant there is a chapter about capital formation, about how India is investing in healthcare. So they have mentioned about how India gives equal importance to preventive healthcare, to curative healthcare, and promotive healthcare. So if that be the case, how can one first statement be wrong, be correct? It largely focuses on curative and limited preventive. You know about the immunization program of India, one of the largest immunization program of India. Then how can we say that it is a limited preventive care? So this is incorrect. Under India's decentralized approach, states are responsible for healthcare services. This is correct. So 1 is incorrect, 2 is correct, and therefore for this, the answer will be D. For question number 25, the answer is D. Now statement, question number 71 is regarding INVITs. So this was also an unexpected question, which many might not have known about this. Okay, 1, the interest income from the deposits are exempted, but the dividends are taxable. Yes. Okay, dividend is taxable, which means the profit generated from an INVIT will be taxable. So this should be taxable because this is an ordinary capital asset here. So even a share, even if you receive a share, that dividend is also taxable. And therefore here also it should be taxable. The interest income, the income that is generated if it is in a fund, that will not be taxable. So first statement is correct. The INVITs are recognized as borrowers under the SURFACE. This is also correct. But is there a link between 2 and 1? These are standalone statements. There is no link between these two. Because even when we are not recognized this as borrowers, let's say the SURFACE does not recognize them as borrowers, still it can be. Still we can exempt income categories. So this and this are standalone statements, and therefore the answer will be both are correct, but statement 2 is not a correct explanation. It's not linked with statement 1. Clear? Right. So why? You could say why it has recognized this as borrower. Understand, under the SURFACE Act, we provide for liquidation and resolution of debt. And therefore, let's imagine that you have put your money in an INVIT and that trust is failing, is not repaying back. Then that trust is held to be a borrower. Only when it is held to be a borrower, we can enforce the mechanisms under the SURFACE. Okay, so for that reason only, some 2 years back, the INVITs and the REITs were categorized as borrowers under the SURFACE. In the post-pandemic recent past, central banks had carried out interest rate hikes. Definitely. It assumes that they have the ability to counteract. Yes. So here these two are linked. So 2 is the correct explanation for this. It is because the central bank assumes that they can reduce the inflation, they carry out monetary hikes. And therefore, 1 statement A will be the correct option. So for many years, you could not have seen such type of statement-based questions in UPSC. This year, they had flooded the exam with this kind of questions. And also to your shock, you can never find any question where you can apply your elimination technique. So what is the thing is, we have the RIP or condolence for elimination technique. Yes, last year many people were saying that it has been the elimination of elimination technique. Last year was not the case. It is properly this year. I think the UPSC took it very seriously and decided to eliminate it all for good. Okay, that's right. 73. Carbon markets are likely to be one of the most widespread tools. Yes. Right. So carbon market speaks about carbon financing, carbon credits, all of that. Okay. So this is correct. Statement 2. Carbon markets transfers resources from the private sector to the state. Standalone, if you are reading this, this is incorrect. Because in carbon markets, what we do is from multilateral agencies, from government, we are transferring resources to the private sector, and the resources are primarily transferred from the private sector to the private sector, and therefore this is incorrect. So first, carbon markets are likely into the correct. Second statement, they transfer resources from the private sector to state into the tappu. Therefore 1 is correct, 2 is incorrect. Right. So this is also a question which when in the mock tests also we have been asking about this concept of sterilization. What is sterilization? Whenever there is a flush or overflow of liquidity into the market, the RBI can absorb that. What is the means of absorbing liquidity out of this 4? A. Conducting open market operations. So through open market operations, when there is liquidity surplus, we try to balance any kind of shocks to our rupees, and that is called as sterilization. Okay, so 74, the answer is A. 75. See, here they have asked capital markets. So capital market here, we have to look at it in a very technical sense. So we do have a concept of money market and capital market. So if they have said it is capital market, then they are asking us to distinguish between what are money market instruments and capital market instruments. It's a very straightforward and easy question. What are money market instruments here? 1 and 2. What are capital market? 1 and 4. So the answer will be only 2. Okay, so only 2 of the above are included as capital market. Okay. Now, small farmer, large field concept. So this is the basis of we organizing FPOs, farm cooperatives and all. Okay, so it is on that basis they've framed this question, and the right answer for this is B. Many farmers organizing themselves and synchronizing themselves for agricultural operations. All of these are extreme statements if you read. A, C or D, if you read, நிதானமா படிச்சீங்கன்னா அதுல ஏதோ ரொம்ப எக்ஸாஜரேட் பண்ணி ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்லியிருக்கான், இதெல்லாம் கார்பரேட் ஃபார்மிங் பற்றி பேசுகிறான், சரிங்களா? ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வராது. The answer is B. Right, 77. So this here again there's been a question in agriculture also. First, MSP for Niger seeds, yes, it's an oil seed. MSP or 23 crop எடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அது ஒன்று இருக்கும், Niger seeds இருக்கும். So it is there. Second, it is cultivated as kharif crops. Niger seed is an oil seed, but the question is whether it is largely a kharif crop or a rabi crop. It is largely a kharif crop. So 2 is correct. Some tribal people, of course, going by logic, we might be thinking that oil seeds mostly are rabi crops, but Niger is majorly a kharif crop. So some tribal people in India, yes. So 1 and 3. So only 2 pairs again. 78. Which are intangible investments? Brand recognition is an intangible investment, definitely. Inventory, no. Definitely inventory should not be there. Inventory speaks about the tangible stocks that is present with the company, and therefore you have to take 1. So here if you could see, 1 will be there. Intellectual property definitely is categorized as intangible. The mailing list of clients. So this could be you have to apply your mind here. Mailing list. For example, a company is having a huge mailing list of its client. Let's say a company is trying to acquire that company. Just because of the client size, it will have a high asset, isn't it? Adukku physical asset la illa. What is its asset here? The mailing list. The client list is very high, very huge for it. Adukkaga or demand varuma varada? Of course it is. Aduve or asset thana. But is it a tangible asset or intangible asset? It is an intangible asset. It is not a tangible asset. But we do not know whether they are mentioning about the computer la irukku, software la irukku, adunala the tangible சொல்றாங்களான்னு தெரியல. But as of now, inventory, of course, in the book of accounting, we will definitely mention it as tangible. So all these are intangible. So only 378. So 79, this is a very easy question. So after the 17 questions that came from economy, including that Switzerland question, you could have at least got right in 10. This is a reasonable expectation from you, despite being this one statement, two statement one or one is incorrect. So you could have managed at least 10 out of 17. Extra, if you could have worked, you could have written at least 2 or 3. Okay. So here you can see demographic performance. என்ன இருக்குதெல்லாம் அடிக்கடி பார்த்தது சார்ட்லாம் நீங்க கவனிச்சிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா? So stable government, no, it should definitely not be there. Governance reform, not there. Demography, forest ecology, tax reforms. These are the 3 main criteria other than population and income distance. So only 3. 5 criteria தான் இருக்கு. அவங்களே 2 மென்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. The remaining அவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கணும். 3 தான் இருக்கணும். Okay. So this is also an easy question. I think that's up for economy. So do not be overthinking so much about how you have performed. So have a deserving rest. ரொம்ப கீழாம் பார்த்து ரொம்ப சோர்ந்துலாம் போவானா எல்லாம் ஒரு 2 நாள் கழிச்சு ரெஜுவினேட் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறமா வில் ரீதிங்க் அபவுட் வாட் வி ஷுட் டு. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ.